It's an old farmhouse. It was left to go derelict, and in 2005 they boarded it up completely with ironclad, bricked up the windows downstairs, ironclad the top, and left it for 6 years. In 2011, we were occupying a studio room at the back. So after 5 years of the house having been closed down, we got a knock from the council saying it's now developed a serious case of dry rot on its first floor and internal walls, and was in danger of internal collapse. So it's become a liability, not an asset, to the council, and they're going to knock it down. We put forward a plan saying we would open up a social club, a music studio, a radio station, a cafe, our outreach headquarters, and office lets upstairs. And according to our plan, if we could do all that, we'd be able to generate enough income for it to wash its face, as they call it, to pay for itself and be self-sustained. And that's what Marsh House does, really. It's a kick home. It's a home for kicks, community interest companies. You know, people who want to do business, but not on a sort of private profit, personal gain basis. You know, it's more on a community benefit, community dividends, yeah, and job creation with good working conditions in a cooperative sharing environment. We've got Bob Marley on the wall in terms of, because Bob Marley says one love. He's doing that in our mural. He's holding a heart above his head, one love, which means one love. To say multiculturalism for one love, human family. And you know, there's two big forces in the world, man, love and money. And if it's about one love, that says as well, it's ain't about the money. You know, so it's quite symbolic, that mural on the side of our, and at the top of it, it says, "United we stand, together we rise." And that's a deliberate strapline from us to say exactly what it does say, that together, if we stand together, then we'll rise. So it's about unity, it's about bringing people together in a multicultural town and making the beautiful out of that. So the relationship between Marsh House and the river is ancient, because the reason there's a house there is because there's a river here. The reason that this is the birthplace of Luton, that the first settlements were here, is because there's a river. So the river is the life to everything in Luton. I was a founder member in 1992 of the Exodus Collective. Exodus Collective is Luton's largest ever dance-based organisation. We formed out of need. So after a long period of social exclusion, unemployment in the late 80s, Thatcher period, and we formed the Exodus Collective to make a point, actually. The point we wanted to make in the first instance was, this is going to be a demonstration of the need for non-commercial, no money, you don't need money to get in here because that's key, and self-policed, you know, community-led events. We want to do them. And we'd been to the authorities and said to them, look, we know we can do this. We think we can gather energy around it, because we'd been raving in the underground scene, in the unlicensed free party scene, if you like. We thought, do you know what, we'll make a stand in our own town. Instead of going out in the middle of nowhere and everyone getting chased off in different directions, we'll make a stand in our own town. The wonder of free parties, the feeling, the connection with the planet, with each other, with everybody, is so potent that nothing weren't going to stop that, except for being out of our own town. So in our own town, with our own brothers and sisters, with our own milkmen who we know, with the own coppers who we know, with everybody who we know, it's a different conversation. When it's all everybody's kids locally, it's a different conversation. They don't want to, they're not so keen to come and smash your head in like I did out in the fields, because it's everybody knows each other, you know what I mean? And it went from 150 people to 10,000 in 6 months. And they grew so massively The lessons that come out of that are this large groups, organised, can do anything. You know, you can do anything. And if you've got right on your side, civil rights, social justice rights, then it's not only legitimate, it's needed, you know.